Good evening. Am I audible?
హలో,
హలో.
ఒకసారి నార్మల్ కాల్ చేస్తాను.
ఓకే.
రాజేష్, హలో రాజేష్.
అన్నా, గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ అన్నా.
ఓకే ఓకే. సో మీరు, నేను రాను, ఇనాగ్రేషన్ అట్లే మనం పెట్టుకోదలుచుకోలేదు.
ఓకే
సో
అన్నా.
నువ్వే ఫస్ట్ మన విజయ్ గురించి ఒక 2 మాటలు చెప్పు. ఇట్లా ఓల్డ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ అందరూ కలిపి మనం చాలా క్లాసెస్ కండక్ట్ చేస్తుంది, ఫ్రీగా అనేది చెప్పు. ఇట్స్ ఫ్రీ,
ఓకే అన్నా.
డొనేషన్స్ వేసుకొని చేస్తున్నాము. నేను ఇక్కడ ఓల్డ్ స్టూడెంట్, అన్ని నువ్వు ఇంట్రొడ్యూస్ చేసుకో అని. నేను ఇట్లా ఏ పేరెంట్స్లో చేస్తాను, ఓకే. తర్వాత ఐఏఎస్లో చదివాను, ఇట్లా ఈ ఫీల్డ్లో ఇన్నేళ్ళ నుంచి ఉన్నాను, ఓకే. ఇది ఎంతో కొంతవరకు మనకు ఉపయోగపడుతున్న ఉద్దేశంతో మేము అందరం చేస్తాం, మీరు కూడా సహకరించండి అని చెప్పి కొంత ఇంట్రడక్షన్ ఫర్ ద జేఈని, ఏమేమి పేపర్ ఉంటాయి, ఎన్ని మార్కులు ఉంటాయి, ఎగ్జామ్ ప్యాటర్న్ అలాంటి చెప్పి ఫిజిక్స్లోకి ఏదో టాపిక్, చిన్నగా ఉండే టాపిక్లోకి ఈరోజు ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసి ఆ రకం. సరేనా?
ఓకే అన్నా.
ఓకే బాయ్.
హలో, రాజేష్ గారు.
ఆ,
రేపు రేపు క్లాస్ ఏంటండి? రేపు పొద్దున మిమ్మల్నే తీసుకోమని చెప్తున్నారు.
ఓకే
సేమ్ టైము. సో నేను లైవ్ క్రియేట్ చేసేస్తాను అయితే ఈ క్లాస్ అయిన తర్వాత.
ఓకే
సో మీరు
ఓకే
ఫిజిక్సే కాకుండా వేరే టాపిక్ ఏదైనా తీసుకోమంటే కనుక తీసుకోవచ్చు అని చెప్పారు. మీ ఇష్టం అన్నట్టు చెప్పారు సారు.
ఓకే ఓకే
సరే అండి.
Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible. స్టార్ట్ చేయమంటారా సార్ లైవ్?
Okay.
జస్ట్ వెయిట్.
Hi students, I am Rajesh.
వెయిట్ చేయండి సార్, వెయిట్ చేయండి ఒక 2 minutes.
ఇంకా జాయిన్ అవుతారేమో చూద్దాం.
స్టార్ట్ చేయండి.
Okay. Hi students, I am Rajesh. We are conducting classes on behalf of VGA, Visionary Gurukul Alumni. We are having umbrella organization for all of our residential colleges and school, both in AP and Telangana state. So, myself, I studied in APRS Nimakuru and done my MTech from IIC Bangalore. Now I am Physics HOD in Kishkinda PU College, Gangavati. So I will share my thoughts and I will guide you how to prepare for the IIT, JEE, and NEET. Generally, I will be teaching physics. Sometimes I will be teaching maths also. No issue. So today we'll talk about physics. Okay. So any specific questions from students about fears or comfortness with physics? So, okay, I will share my thoughts how to prepare for physics. So, physics mainly, either it is NEET or IIT, we need to have the strong foundation of maths, and most of the time, the questions are based on math. You have to solve the problems only. సో మెయిన్ గా మనం ఒక ఆర్డర్ లో నేర్చుకుంటే ఫిజిక్స్ చాలా ఈజీ. అక్కడక్కడ టాపిక్ వైజ్ నేర్చుకోవాలంటే నాట్ పాసిబుల్. సో ఏ ఆర్డర్ లో నేర్చుకోవాలి? ఫస్ట్ కంపల్సరీ మనం నేర్చుకోవాల్సిన టాపిక్స్ ఏంటి? ఆ బేసిక్స్ ఉంటే మిగతా ఎలా ఈజీగా వస్తాయి. సో యాక్చువల్లీ ఐ డివైడెడ్ దిస్ ఎంటైర్ ఇంటూ 42 సబ్ టాపిక్స్. వాటికి సంబంధించిన వర్క్ షీట్స్ ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ ఐ విల్ షేర్. Actually, I'm planning to get the book in a month or so. If it is possible, I will send 10 copies to each campus. So basically, first లో మనం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాల్సిన ఫిజిక్స్ లో కైనమాటిక్స్. Then second topic is motion under gravity. Third, vectors. Fourth, graph theory and application of calculus. How to use differentiation and integration and graph theory related to physics. Then projectiles. Relative velocity. If you are thorough with these 6 topics, whatever the most models of physics, the mathematics background of physics can be covered. After these 6 topics, you have to go for force, friction, work power energy, circular motion, law of conservation of linear momentum and collisions, then center of mass, then rotational dynamics. If you are thorough with these topics, the basics of physics will be over. So remaining topics are the application of these basics in different, either it is solids, fluids, or liquids, right? So you should be thorough with these 13 basic topics. Actually, these are not complete chapters, these are subtopics. So that mostly you can cover in a day. These 42 subtopics I divided so that in 3 hours we can finish 1 hour theory and 2 hours 100 questions or 120 questions around. So that each day you can complete one subtopic while revision. So these topics should be thorough first. When you are thorough with this one, you can learn, you can understand most of your textbook. Okay. So for this one, first we will go for kinematics. So what is kinematics? It is basically study of objects in motion. Study of objects in motion. So when you are learning any physics chapter, how to learn it? Let us have a blueprint first. So what are the subtopics we are covering in the chapter kinematics? So when I am saying about study of objects in motion, I have to define what is rest and what is motion. So rest and motion. And then when I'm moving, then what is the distance I will cover, the distance and the displacement. Then what are different mathematical techniques we require to calculate distance and displacement in different cases. Then speed and velocity. Then acceleration. So in all these things, just you are defining what is the definition of a physical quantity, what are units, how to measure those things. Then at the end, either we will conduct an experiment or any theoretical derivation, logical deductions, derivations we will do, how these variables are related. So in this chapter, all these variables, distance, displacement, speed and velocity and acceleration are related by equations of motion. Equations of motion. So those equations of motion are V is equal to U plus AT, S equal to UT plus half AT square, V square minus U square is equal to 2AS, and there are, in the derivation part, we can have S equal to U plus V by 2, that is average velocity into time, or Vt minus half AT square, and distance traveled in nth second is U plus A by 2 of 2n minus 1. These are the subtopics we have to cover one by one. Right? Make a note of it. So every chapter you have to make what you are going to study, what are the different techniques. So after completion of the chapter, you have to make a short formula list. What are the different formulas, how to apply those things. Okay? Just make a note of this one. So next one. So let us discuss about what is rest and what is motion. So what is rest? What is the general perception of rest? If your position or location is not changing, that means you are not moving, then you will say you are at rest. So in physics, how to define that one? The position or location of an object does not changes with respect to time or surroundings, then the object is said to be at rest. Then what is motion? The opposite of this one. If the position or location of an object changes with respect to time or surroundings. It changes with respect to time or surroundings, then we will say it is motion. Nobody will ask what is rest and motion in the competitive exam. Then what they will ask? The question will be, is rest and motion relative or absolute? What is the meaning of relative or absolute? Rest and motion are relative or absolute. What is absolute means? If I say my height is 181 centimeters, it is absolute. Right now, wherever I go, my height will be 181 centimeter only. If I say I am taller or I am shorter, then you will ask with whom you have to compare. When you are comparing with whom you are taller, or when you are comparing with whom you are shorter. That means the answer is relative. It can be both taller and shorter, depending on the person with whom I am comparing my height. So here also, if I say one object is at rest, will it be at rest in all the frames of reference, or if different persons are seeing that object, for everyone it appears to be rest, then it is called absolute. But if it is at rest for some persons and it is in motion for some person, the simple example is a person is moving in a bus. Then, with respect to his co-passenger, when his co-passenger looks at the person, both are at rest, right now. But for a person on the platform or outside, as bus is moving, this person is also moving. So, rest and motion are relative terms. Rest and motion are relative terms. That means an object can be at rest with respect to some person. The same object can be in motion with respect to some other person. Rest and motion are relative terms. Right? After this, we can define what is distance and displacement. Second one is distance. So what is distance? The actual path covered by an object is called distance. The actual path covered or traveled by an object is called distance. Then what is displacement? The shortest straight line distance between, among all the distances, there will be one shortest path. That shortest straight line distance, the shortest straight line distance between initial point to final point and it is having a direction and it is directed from initial point to final point, right? This is the definition of distance and displacement. Let us try to find the distance and displacement in different cases. Let us take first. If a person travels from A to B, suppose you are going from college to home, there will be different paths, na? So you are going in a straight path. That is called this path 1. Then there is a possibility of a curved path. Let us call this path 2. There is one more path, path 3. Right? Now, if A to B straight line distance is 14 meters, can you tell me what is the distance in path 1 and displacement in path 1? Because the symbols we can use instead of writing distance and displacement. Distance is represented by letter D, displacement S. That bar shows that displacement is a vector. It is having direction also. So can you tell me when an object moves from A to B in a straight line in path 1, what is distance and what is displacement? If it is moving in path 2, what is distance and what is displacement? If it is moving in path 3, so what are distances and displacements? So in path 1, the distance is, because it is going in a straight line, the actual path is 14 meters. So 14 meters. Second path, it is semicircle na, with diameter 14. So I have to write full circle is 2 pi r, semicircle is pi r, that is 22 by 7 into, what is r value? Diameter is 14 meters, so r value is 7 meters. So it is 22 meters. Third path, if I assume this is midpoint, 7 meters here, 7 meters here, this is half circle, this is half circle. That is, total full circle is 2 pi r, 2 pi r. So 2 into 22 by 7 into r is, here the diameter is 7. So radius is half of diameter. So here also you are getting 22 meters only, the distance. While displacement, because displacement depends on initial and final points. For all three paths, the initial and final points are same. So the displacement, the shortest path is 14 meters. So for all the paths, the displacement is 14 meters only. Right? This is the first model of finding distance and displacement, where different geometrical shapes will be given. Depending on that path length, you have to tell what is distance, initial and final points, the displacement. Okay? The next one is second technique of distance and displacement. That is, I'm going along a straight path. From A to B, 3 meters, and B to C, 4 meters. Then, can you tell me what is the distance from A to B, distance from B to C, and distance from A to C? So the path length is going from A to B and B to C. And what is displacement from A to B, displacement from B to C, and displacement from A to C? So what is the distance from A to B? The actual path is from A to B straight line. So it is 3 meters. From B to C also it is a straight line. So it is 4 meters. While from A to C I am going 3 meters this straight line, 4 meters this straight line. So actual path is these two paths I have to add. So 3 plus 4, that is 7 meters. For displacement, A to B, the straight path is, because it is a straight line, distance and displacement will be same. So displacement is 3 meters. From B to C, again, the distance and displacement are same 4 meters. But from A to C, it is not a straight path. So from A to C, the straight line distance is given by, this is right angle triangle. So from Pythagoras theorem, the hypotenuse will be root of 3 square plus 4 square, that is 5 meters. So the displacement from A to C is 5 meters. So what Pythagoras theorem says? AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. So these 3, 4, 5 are called Pythagorean triplets. 3, 4, 5 is called Pythagorean triplets. There are 4 triplets which will be repeated most of the questions. One is 3, 4, 5. Another one is 5, 12, 13. And another 7, 24, 25. And 8, 15, 17. These are the Pythagorean triplets which are used most of the time. So if you are knowing these things, you can generate these triplets again. Another triplets also. We'll see how to generate that one. And one more thing is, the angle opposite to 3 meters is, specifically for 3, 4, 5, this is 37 degrees. Angle opposite to 4 meters is 53 degrees. Angle opposite to 3 meters is 37, 4 meters is 53. Okay. So, how to generate other Pythagorean triplets from these base triplets? 3, 4, 5. To multiply this every number with 2 again. So 3 2s are 6, 4 2s are 8, 5 2s are 10. So you can cross check. 10 square is equal to 6 square plus 8 square. To multiply with 3, we'll get 3 3s are 9, 4 3s are 12, 5 3s are 15. Similarly, if you take 5, 12, 13, 5 2s are 10, 12 2s are 24, 13 2s are 26. Generally, we'll get the base, the first 4 are multiples of those things. Okay? These are called Pythagorean triplets. How to generate this Pythagorean triplet is, for odd numbers, if the first number is odd number, I can write m square minus 1 by 2, m square plus 1 by 2. So you can take m is equal to 3. Then what is 3 square? 3 square is 9. So 9 minus 1 by 2, 9 plus 1 by 2. So what is 9 minus 1? 8. 8 by 2 is 4. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 by 2 is 5. So 3, 4, 5. Similarly, you can check for 5. You take m is equal to 5. M square minus 1. That is 25 minus 1. 24 by 2 is 12. 25 plus 1. 26 by 2 is 13. So for any odd number, you can generate Pythagorean triplet using m comma m square minus 1 by 2 comma m square plus 1 by 2. Similarly, for even number, how to make that m even number? Simply, if I multiply everything with 2, it will become 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1. So we are having a Pythagorean triplet with 6. Now we can check. When 2m is equal to 6, that means m is equal to 3. Then 3 square minus 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. 9 plus 1 is 10. You can write, we have seen previously, 8, 15, 17. That also we can check. 2m is 8. M is 16. 16 minus 1 is 15. So 2m is 8, then m is 4. 4 square is 16. 16 minus 1 is 15. 16 plus 1 is 17. Right? This is Pythagorean triplets. These techniques are required for solving most of the problems in shortest time. Okay. So the second technique is using the Pythagorean theorem, how to find distance and displacement. Right? Next one is curved path. So an object goes from A to B in a curved path. So it is a part of circle, na? It is called arc. So if arc, the angle subtended at the center of the arc is theta, then these two are nothing but radius of the circle, because this is a part of a circle. So what is the distance and what is the displacement? So distance is nothing but arc length. In curved path, an arc length is given. So how to find arc length? So let us assume if this theta is 360 degrees, if theta is 360 degrees, then what is the arc length? That is what is this becomes a circle, na? So circumference of circle is 2 pi r. If it is 1 degree, then what is the that arc length will be? For 360 degrees 2 pi r. Suppose for 360 degrees it is rotating through 360 meters, the length, distance it covered. For 1 degree, it is 1 meter. That is, I have to divide with 360. Na? So it is 2 pi r by 360. So what is the arc length for a theta? That will be 2 pi r by 360 into, for 1 it is 2 pi r by 360. For theta, it is 2 pi r by 360 into theta. If theta is written in radians, theta is in radians, then simply you can write arc length is equal to r theta. The C meaning is theta in radians. You can cross check. What is radian? If the arc length is equal to r, then whatever angle it subtends here, it is called 1 radian. In a full circle, how many radians will be there? 2 pi radians. 360 degrees means 2 pi radians. 180 degrees, pi radians. 90 degrees, pi by 2 radians. So, if it is a full circle, the distance or arc length is given by r theta, where theta is in terms of pi. So, if it is full circle, 2 pi r, half circle, pi r, quarter circle, 1/4 of a circle, pi by 2 r. Fine. What about displacement? So, this displacement I have to find. So, I can redraw that one. If I draw a perpendicular projection from O1 to, so this will be theta by 2, this will be theta by 2. If I say this is x and x, these are r and r. So you can write, because it is a right angle triangle, you can write sine theta by 2 is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side is x, hypotenuse is r. So x is equal to r sine theta by 2. That means what is the displacement? Why we will have the straight line is displacement. Na? Displacement is 2x. So displacement is equal to S bar is equal to 2x. That is 2r sine theta by 2. Right? In a curved path, the distance is given by r theta. Displacement is given by 2r sine theta by 2. Right? Note down these things. So, any doubts? Or are you able to understand? So the distance is given by r theta, provided theta in radians. That means simply theta should be in terms of pi. Displacement is 2r sine theta by 2. To understand this one, let us prepare a small table with different values of theta and that distance, theta in radians, and displacement, that is 2r sine theta by 2. So you can write first theta in degrees, then theta in radians. So 0, 60, 90, 120, 180, 240, 270, 300, and 360. So try these things. First you have to write theta in terms of radians. So 0 means 0 radians only. 60 because pi radians are 180 degrees, or full circle is 2 pi radians or 360 degrees. Then 60 means 1/3 of 180, na? That means pi by 3 radians. 90 pi by 2 radians. 120, 60 is pi by 3. So 120 is 2 pi by 3. 260 is na? 240, 460s. So 4 pi by 3. 270, 3 pi, 390s. So 3 pi by 2. 300, 560s. 5 pi by 3. So what is distance then? You have to simply multiply this theta in radians with r, na? R theta. So 0 for 60, pi by 3r for 90, that is quarter circle, that is pi by 2r, 120, 2 pi by 3r, semicircle, pi r, or half circle, 240, 4 pi by 3r, 270, 3 pi by 2r, 300, 5 pi by 3r, 360 2 pi r. Right? Can you find the displacement for these things? Substitute the theta. Here, while substituting theta, you can take in terms of pi or degrees, no issue. You have to make half angle first. So theta 60, that means theta by 2 is 30. Then you have to write sine 30 value. Sine theta by 2. So try that thing 0 to 360. So what you got? When 0 We know that displacement will be 0 only. 60 degrees, I have to write 2r sine 60 by 2 is 30. What is sine 30 value? 2r into 1 by 2. That is r. This displacement for a arc, the angle of 60 is r. 90 degrees, 2r sine 45. So it is 2r into 1 by root 2. That means root 2r. Right? 120 degrees, 2r sine 60 degrees. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. 2r into root 3 by 2. So it is root 3r. Then 180 is 2r sine 180 by 2 is sine 90. Sine 90 is 1. So semicircle, the displacement is 2r. 240 is 2r sine 240 by 2, 120. Sine 120 value, root 3 by 2. Root 3r. Then 270, 2r sine 135. So sine 135 value, 1 by root 2. So again root 2r. Then 300, 2r sine 150. That is 2r into 1 by 2 r. 360, in a full circle, the displacement should be 0. So 2r sine 180. That is 0. Right? So the distance and displacement in curved path. The next is, okay, any doubts? Okay then. Next is fourth technique, direction sense questions. How the questions will be, I will discuss once. Suppose a bird flies 3 meters east, 4 meters north, and 5 meters vertically upwards. Find its distance and displacement. So what is distance formula? Distance is all the paths traveled. So 3 plus 4 plus 5. That is 12 meters, it is direct. What about displacement? So if it is only 3 meters east and 4 meters north, it is Pythagoras theorem, root of 3 square plus 4 square. Now after going 3 square and 4 square, it is going 5 meters vertically upwards. So like these questions, how to do the things. So we have to take the help of vectors. So let us look at how to do with vectors, direction sense. So if you remember, 10th class geography class, map pointing, what is this direction is? East, and this is west, opposite to east. This is north, this is south, right? and there is a third dimension, that is vertically upwards, vertically downwards, that we cannot show on the plain paper. So we will show with a dotted line. These dotted lines, that actual meaning is it is not in the plane, it is going upward or downward. This is dotted line, shows the z axis, that is vertically upwards, vertically up, and vertically down. What we will do is, along these axis, we will define vectors. How to say always east it is going? Simply we will represent east direction 1 unit as I cap. So when you are going east, it is I cap, displacement. Going opposite, displacement should be negative, na? So going west is, the vector is minus I cap. Going to north, j cap. South, north is j cap, so south is minus j cap. Vertically up, k cap. Vertically down, minus k cap. So east is I cap, west is minus I cap, north j cap, south minus j cap, vertically up k cap, vertically down minus k cap. So we can try to solve the previous question. A bird flies 3 meters east. So we will draw that one. We have to label the vectors always. Origin, east means this one, no? So OA. I have to represent OA bar is equal to, in east direction, 1 unit is represented by I cap. So 3 units is represented by 3 I cap, right? Then they told 4 meters north. Actually, you have to draw from A to north. But vectors, you can simply represent again from origin only towards north. That is the advantage of vectors. So O to B, this is north now. So OB bar is equal to 4 j cap. Similarly, vertically up. Vertically up is not in between A and B. It is a third dimension which we cannot show there. So we will show with dotted lines. This dotted line is z cap. That is k cap. So C. So OC bar is equal to 5k. So whenever you are writing vectors, you have to label them. What is origin? What is with A, B, C, D? So OA bar, OB bar, OC bar. Then what is the total displacement? S bar is equal to, you have to add all those displacements. OA bar plus OB bar plus OC bar. That is 3I cap plus 4J cap plus 5K cap. Because IJK all are different. They are the unit vectors along X, Y, Z axis. So you cannot add I's and J's and I's and K's. So how to find the displacement is just extending the Pythagoras theorem. So modulus of S bar is equal to, the magnitude is root of 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square. That is 5 root 2. Okay. Simply if we write xi, yj, zk, the magnitude of the vector is root of x square plus y square plus z square. Right? This is the way to use direction sense or vectors for solving the problems. Right? Any doubts in using vectors? Then I have one more doubt. If I am going towards east, I can take xi cap, na? 4 units, 4i cap. If I am going to north, 4j cap. But if I am going at an angle with east and north, so I should know how to represent, how to say this angle. This is east, this is north. So if theta is 30 degrees, should I say this one 30 degrees north of east or east of north? Which one is right? Is north of east or east of north? See here, in English, the subject will be at last. I am going from east towards north by 30 degrees. So the subject is east. I am going from east towards north by 30 degrees. This meaning of 30 degrees north of east is from east I am going towards north. From east I can go towards north or towards south. I am going towards north by 30 degrees. So this is not right. East of north is not right. North of east is right. From east I am going towards north by 30 degrees. Right? So if I draw here an angle alpha 30 degrees, then what is this angle? This is 30 degrees from where I am moving from east towards south. So 30 degrees due south of east. That means I am moving towards south from east. Right? This is called how to show the directions. Suppose I am moving exactly north and east 45 degrees. Then either from north or east it is 45 degrees. So simply I will say this one is northeast. So this 30 degrees of north of east you can say from this side if I measure, because these are perpendicular, this angle should be, I say this is beta, this will be 60 degrees. So from north towards east I am going by 60 degrees. So 30 degrees north of east or 60 degrees east of north. That means from north I am rotating towards east by 60 degrees. I will reach the same direction. If I take a 30 degrees turn from east towards north or 60 degrees turn from north towards east, I will get the same direction, right? So you can say 30 degrees east, north of east. That means from east I am going towards north, or 60 degrees east of north. That means from north I am going towards east, turning towards east, right? So now in this 30 degrees northeast, if I am going by 4 units, then how to represent this ij cap, I and j? So I am moving 4 meters, that is h1. Let's say this r and this theta. So what is its x component and what is its y component? It is called resolution of vectors also. This x is, this is y. So because this is a rectangle, this can be y. So this is r, x comma y. But I don't know x comma y. I only know r comma theta. So if I take this right angle triangle OAP, so from this one, sine theta is equal to, sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite side is AP by OP. What is AP? It is y. Y by r. That is, y component is r sine theta. If I take cos theta, that is adjacent side, that is OA by hypotenuse OP. That is x by r. So x component is r cos theta. That means if I know x and y, I could have written this vector as OP bar is equal to, or r bar is equal to, simply x I cap. In x axis it is moving a distance of x, so x I cap plus y j cap. So but x and y are not given, r and theta is given, so I can write r cos theta I cap plus r sine theta j cap. So with this resolution, we can write a distance between some angle if it is going with the south or north or any angle, right? So if I take an example question, a person moves 4 meters east and takes a left turn by 60 degrees and further walks another 4 meters. Then find the distance and displacement covered by the person. The distance and displacement covered by him. So distance is direct, 4 plus 4, 8. For displacement, so I can take the help of vectors. First he is moving 4 meters east. So from origin towards east, 4 meters. This is direct. So OA bar is equal to 4 I cap. Then he is going at an angle 60 left turn. See, if I am moving towards this side, what is my left hand will be? It will be this side. Na? This is opposite to clock, anti-clockwise or left turn. How much he is taking turn? 60 degrees and he is walking for 4 meters. My label it is OB. So OB bar, how to write? I know R is equal to 4, theta is equal to 60. So R cos theta I cap plus sin theta j cap. So R is 4 meters, cos 60 is 1 by 2 I cap, sin 60 is root 3 by 2 j cap. So the vector OB bar is 2 I cap plus 2 root 3 j cap. Then what is the displacement? I have to add OA bar and OB bar. So S bar is equal to OA bar plus OB bar. That is 4 I cap plus 2 I cap plus 2 root 3 j cap. Then because both are i's, I can add. Both are i's, I can add or subtract depending on sign. 6 I cap plus 2 root 3 j cap. So magnitude is root of 6 square plus 2 root 3 whole square. That is 36 plus 2 root 3 into 2 root 3, 12, root 48. That is 16 into 3, 4 root 3 meters. Right? So these are the different ways of doing distance and displacement. We have so far discussed 5 techniques. First is different geometrical shapes, right? First method is different geometrical shapes. Then second method is Pythagorean triplet. That is 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 7, 24, 25, 8, 15, 17. Then next one is curved path. In curved path, if theta is given, the distance is r theta, arc length, displacement is 2r sin theta by 2. We have made a table for that one. Then direction sense. East is taken as I cap, west by minus I, north j cap, south minus j cap, vertically up k cap, vertically down minus k cap. After writing vectors, while writing vectors, you have to label them. OA bar, OB bar, and OC bar. Then resolution of vectors. When at an angle r and theta is given, then you can write y is equal to r sin theta, x is equal to r cos theta. So vector is r of cos theta I cap plus sin theta j cap. Right? So based on these things, there is a worksheet. So today I am unable to log into my drive. Because of that one, I am not able to share this one. Otherwise, in chat, I can share this one. Tomorrow I will try to log in and share you this worksheet from Google Drive. Your chart, I can share that one. So based on this distance and displacement, there is around 25 or 26 questions. All these techniques you can use to practice on these things. Okay. So tomorrow I will share this one worksheet. If you want, you can use the soft copy or you can take a printout. No issue. So initially it will take more time for understanding physics. So we have to go by topic by topic. I told you, na, if you are thorough with rotational mechanics, then we can go by chapter. Because all the topics in 1.5 hours we can cover all the most of the things, and another 1.5 hours we can cover the problems. But in the initial stages, we cannot go by chapter, because topic by topic we have to go, and whatever questions are there, these applications you have to use in the next topic. They are all interrelated. These are all basics. The different techniques, the mathematical techniques, whatever we require to use, those things will be introduced. Okay. సో మైక్ ఉంటే అక్కడ మీకు అర్థమైందా? ఏమన్నా డౌట్స్ కానీ ఏదైనా ఉంటే అడగవచ్చు. మెయిన్ గా ఇంటరాక్టివ్ క్లాసెస్ పెట్టింది ఏంటంటే, మీతో ఇంటరాక్ట్ అయితే ఏ పేస్ లో రికార్డ్ చేయాలి వీడియోస్ అప్లోడ్ చేయడానికి లేటర్ స్టేజెస్ లో. సో ఇంటరాక్ట్ అయితే మాకు అర్థమవుతుంది. దాన్ని బట్టి అది ఏ పేస్ లో ఉండాలి, స్పీడ్ గా ఉందా, స్లో ఉందా, సరిపోయిందా అనేది చూసి దాన్ని బట్టి నెక్స్ట్ ఈ వీడియోస్ ఎప్పటికప్పుడు అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాము బీజీఏ లెర్నింగ్, గురుకుల్ లెర్నింగ్ యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్లో. సో మీ కన్వీనియంట్ టైంలో వాటిని వాచ్ చేసి ఈ వర్క్ షీట్స్ పంపిస్తా ఉంటాను. మోస్ట్లీ ఇంకొక ఓకే. సో టుమారో వీ కెన్ డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ దీస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. ఒకసారి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎలా సాల్వ్ చేయాలో చూద్దాం. దెన్ స్పీడ్ అండ్ వెలాసిటీ. మేడం ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్. బట్ ఎక్కువ మంది వచ్చినట్టు లేరు కదా.
సో యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్ యువర్ డౌట్స్ ఆర్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు ఇంటరాక్ట్. మైక్ అన్మ్యూట్ చేయండి ఒకసారి.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్
సార్ డౌట్లు ఏం లేవు సార్, క్లియర్గా అర్థమైంది సార్ టాపిక్.
ఓకే రేపు మీకు వర్క్ షీట్ పంపిస్తాను. ఇవాళ నాకు అది అప్లోడ్ చేయడానికి చాట్ లోకి నా డ్రైవ్ అన్లింక్ అయింది. అంతకు ముందు లింక్ అయి ఉండేది. రేపు లింక్ చేస్తాను ఒకసారి.
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
ఓకే మేడం, రేపు 6:30కి మళ్ళీ క్లాస్ కండక్ట్ చేద్దాం.